Hello, I want to introduce myself and explain to you what we're trying to do with Joe Tilley's Great Canadian Sports Show. URL, youtube.com, Joe Tilley's Great Canadian Sports Show. First of all, about myself, Joe Tilley. I'm a former amateur boxing champion, 3-time provincial champ in Alberta, Golden Gloves, bronze medalist at the Canadian Championships. Now, I'm also a former sportscaster for CTV Toronto, CFTO, the #1 station in Canada for many, many years. I also did work on TSN, Sportsnet, hosted several events on the CTV national network. Now, since retiring from CTV in late 2017, I have started a show which airs on YouTube called Joe Tilley's Great Canadian Sports Show. Now, this weekly show includes a personal and comprehensive interview segment with many of the most compelling and interesting figures in Canadian sports. We have a great, hardworking, experienced, and creative team. My guests have included former Toronto Maple Leaf captains Wendell Clark, Daryl Sittler, and Rick Vive, original Raptor Tracy Murray, Donovan Bailey, former fastest man in the world and first to hold the World Olympic 100 meters and 4x100 meter record and titles all at the same time. Scotty Bowman, the greatest NHL coach of all time. Jerry Cooney, who fought in the biggest money fights in history. Gary Unger, NHL Ironman. Boreas Salming, Brian Burke, Ron Ellis, who played on Team Canada 72 and the last Leafs team to win the Stanley Cup. Olympic hockey champs Cheryl Pounder, Tara Watchorn, Sammy Joe Small, Olympic judo medalists Catherine Beauchemin-Pinard, and Priscilla Gagne, WWE star Santino Marella, Ron Waples, the greatest harness racer of all time, jockey greats Sandy Hawley, Gary Boulanger, Eurico Rosa da Silva, Olympic champion soccer star Alicia Chapman, authors, legendary broadcasters, analysts, and many, many more sports greats. Coming up on the show this month, Jimmy Devellano, perhaps the most successful NHL executive in history. Lennox Lewis, undisputed world heavyweight champion. Sugar Ray Leonard, 5-time world champion. Jerome Iginla, NHL Hall of Famer. Angela James, first woman inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame. Now, I believe we have provided YouTube viewers with some exciting, interesting, and valuable content. In addition to the show, we've also posted some highlights from great fights, past and present, and helped introduce folks to some interesting characters. Our videos are fun, entertaining, and the vast majority of the postings on this site contain original content. Much of our footage is provided exclusively by video historian Paul Patsko, who has one of the top sports video libraries on the planet. Some of the content is not original, but in many cases, these are stories we believe are important to share. Now, I've been told that interviews I've done with a number of my guests have been the best interviews that those guests have ever done. I believe this is a partnership that works well and that continues to grow. I would be happy to chat with you in person. I can currently be reached at 322-191-4906 or by email joeswisstilley@gmail.com.